Today I want to build an underground city that's going to house every single villager in my world so that I have access to all of the trades available to me, whether that's librarians, cartographers, stonemasons, butchers, you name it, I want it. But first I need to get my food situation sorted, because one thing I did notice when building this castle was I ran out of food very quickly. I went through a couple of stacks of cod and pork chops, so I need to get a source of food that's going to last us a long time. The three best foods in this world are golden carrots, steaks and pork chops. Golden carrots we get from villagers which we've not set up just yet, and steak and pork chop give the exact same amount of hunger hunches as well as saturation. So down in the comments I want you to tell me which one I'm going to go for before I start building it. So let's get started. So a few things we're actually going to need is some TNT. I might need a wee bit more than that. Need a few pistons. And last but not least, I need a load of scaffolding. So have you figured out what we're doing yet? Now there is just one last thing that I need, and I think it's going to be better if I can get a looting sword. Nope. Yeah, looting 2 is better than nothing. Anyway, I now need to wait till night time, and then I need to go and find some endermen. Alright, I've now got everything. It's time to head into the Nether. Yes, to all those lovely folks in the comments that guessed a Hoglin farm is the one we're going to be doing, well, congratulations. Yous were right. But yes, a Hoglin farm is going to be so good for us in the fact that we can get so many pork chops, but at the same time we can retrofit it to not burn the Hoglins as they come through, and instead it just kills them, giving us the raw meat and leather, which is good for trading with butchers. So this way we can get lots of emeralds from something we're using to actually feed us. But first I need to get onto the nether roof, because this farm works best up there. So this block here should be the exact block that we need to use to get through to the nether roof. Now, silly me, forgot that I need my ender pearls on my hotbar. But we'll get up to the top here, point right there, and zip through. And this block right here is a block that we need to get rid of. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to quickly set up a little bedrock destroyer, which is fairly simple to make, which needs some TNT here, piston here, TNT there, leather right here. We need to come under here, and this is where the fun part starts. I need to go into my keybinds. I need to find my use block button here, and we're going to change this to something we don't use, which is not a lot on my keyboard. Nope, J. Oh, this is going to be fun. So what we need to do now is get the pistons on our hotbar. We press J, run along, look here, hold down J, and this should now be gone. And we have our way up and down the nether. But there we go. We are now above the nether, and we can do some Hoglin farming. So the only reason I need to be all the way up here is for the scaffolding. And I need to take this all the way to the top of the world, because this will allow us to basically stop any spawning past a certain level. And the farm that is actually below the nether roof will work perfectly. So that should be all the scaffolding in. If I check my material list, 0, 0. Perfect. And now we just go back down and we get the rest of this farm built. But first, I need a few mushrooms. Yes, I need some warped fungus. I need about 16 of these to fill the farm in. Whoop. Now that I have these, let's go and start the building. Right, well, it seems to be working already. We're getting some Hoglins spawning in. And the way this works is the soul torches here will scare any piglins, and they'll run to the corners here, and they will get trapped under here, and they will despawn when we're up at top. And the fungus, they scare the Hoglins, which run into here, get hit by the lava, and slowly die and cook. Now, we've 2 have fallen in already, and the farm has only just finished. So I now need to go all the way up to the top, and I'm going to AFK for a bit and get a whole load of food. Right, so that whole clip right there was an hour long. I compressed it down to 21 seconds for you, but I believe this chest is completely full. Oh my gosh, that's only been 1 hour. And if I go up a it is completely full. I might need to set up a storage system underneath here for this, because that is a bit much. Oh my goodness. I will take a bunch of this with me. Oh my gosh. And we will head back home and get a few more chests and hoppers together. So I got an item sort of set up. We've got cooked pork chops, leather and raw pork chops in each of these. And so far, I have filled a double chest of cooked pork chops and a wee bit extra in this one, and I don't even know if it's finished yet. I am still getting things coming through. It's working, and I don't think I'll ever need to hunt for food again if I can go for another hour on this farm, which we're going to go do just now. Okay, I may have left it for a wee while. I've broke it. This chest is full. That's my backup chest in case everything breaks. To the point now that all of these hoppers are full, pretty much. So yeah, I have a lot of food now. I don't need that anymore, and I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to take a whole load of food out of here. That will now start cycling through. I do have the problem with in here though. Will that work? Yeah, right. That's going to start putting the leather through. But I no longer need food. Probably for a good 1,000 days at least. Now I need to go and actually make sure the place we're going to be building is safe. So I need to go and light up a whole cave. So the best way to light up any cave is actually with lanterns or some form of light block, because torches give off particles, and more torches mean more particles are produced, which means an FPS hit. So the best way to light up your caves is with lanterns or a block light, frog lights or glowstone. And although lanterns are fairly expensive to make, very easy to get once you have an amazing iron farm like we do from ENX04. Now I have 2 ways to get to this cave system in my game. One is above ground where there's a massive hole and it gets you in, but it might be a bit more dangerous. And the other way is actually over here. I have a mine shaft here, and this will take me straight to the cave that we found. And here it is. This is the cave system we found during a live stream, and right there is where I want to build this village. I'm going to turn on my mini HUD's light level indicators so that I can light this place up perfectly without missing a spot and accidentally dying while I'm running about. And now it's all lit up. This should be as safe as possible, and I did use almost all of those lanterns doing this. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the reason I wanted to come over here and build in here is actually for something that's down there. So down there is the ancient city, which is also just below the castle, which is over in that direction. So the lore for this area, it's going to be a barracks for a military outfit that is watching over the ancient city in case they decide to come up this side. The only thing is, this was built first before the castle in the lore, so it is more of a farmer's bungled together to put this all together, and it is a mismatch of buildings, and it is supposed to be uglyish. But yeah, I'm going to have fun building this. Now, I am silly again and decided to go ahead and use a lot of stuff that is very hard to get. So yeah, we do need to go and collect a load of resources. But before we do that, I need to go and get some villagers over here and get a villager breeder going. Alright, now that everything's over, I pretty much get everything to build this farm, apart from the carrots, and one other item. I need a slime ball for a sticky piston. This farm was originally created by Logical Geek Boy, and it was updated by someone called Rosie. Sorry if I have butchered your name. They updated it in a way that the baby sorter works better. It also has an automatic switch off system that stops the farm once we reach a certain amount of villagers in the Hoglin system. But the thing with that automatic system is it needs a sticky piston to pull a block away, turning the farm back on. Now, I do not have any slime balls. I have not seen any slimes yet, but I know there is a swamp that is fairly close by, so I'm going to run over there and hopefully try and see if we can get a slime. And the farm's done and it's working. Like I said earlier, this is a Logical Geek Boy design tweaked by Rosie, and it works like this. So we have a sticky piston here that has a block that will turn the farm off because they will not be able to get to the beds, so therefore they won't stop the breeding. And then down here we have a load of villagers sitting on a weighted pressure plate, which as soon as it hits this will send a signal to turn the farm off. Now we can keep the farm running by switching this lever here, or not. That should be switching that trapdoor in there, but it's not. Why? That's weird, because that should power this. Unless it's getting power from somewhere else, like the pressure plate, but it shouldn't. Oh, this is weird. Let me try this then. Can I pop it there? Why is this not working? Oh, I may have found a little bug or something here, because that should be working. It's not working with that one either. Oh, I tested this before I built it and it was working. So I wonder if it has got something to do with this weighted pressure plate then. Okay, that might be something that I look into then. But that should open and close that trapdoor so that you can load up the farm to this point and it'll just sit here until you want to turn the farm off. But yeah, okay, that's weird. So what happens then is the baby villagers get swept up in this water stream, come down here, they walk up this one block height here, and they start bobbing on this and come over to here. Now the way Logical Geek Boy's breeder worked was every so often, one of the baby villagers would somehow get sucked up into the water stream and then go into the area where the loading of the villagers are. This stops that by these two half slabs, well, these two slabs here. When they grow up, their hitbox goes through it and they start going up either by the bubble stream or the ladders, depending on where they're sitting. And then they get trapped in this water flow and then get put over here. Now I need to fill this all with minecarts as well and then get the trade started. But first, I be a silly person again, and I have designed this underground town, city, whatever you want to call it, with a bit of flair in the way of flowers. I wanted a bit of overgrownness in it to show that it's been lived in for a long time and they use it for farming and things like that. So sillily enough, I put some eye blossoms and torch flowers into the garden area. So I now need to go and find some sniffer eggs and a pale garden. Well, that was fun. We got the sniffer eggs fairly easily, as well as some resin for that creaking heart, which we can use for a farm later on. But now I need to hatch the sniffers, get them into an area where they can start getting the seeds for me, and breed up a few more. Now, I need torchflower seeds to breed them, to get more eggs, obviously. So I need to get them working straight away. Thankfully, I've got them in an area that may be chunk loaded. I'm not 100% sure. No, it's not. Oh well, I may need to stay here for a bit. But I'm going to put them up here because this is a ledge where I have a tower getting built into. And that is going to be the storage system for all the seeds that we get from this area. So I'm going to clear out a big bit here, add the grass down, get the eggs in and get them going, and hopefully get a lot of torchflower seeds. Okay, these lot are now all bred up. We're getting a load of seeds. I need a lot more seeds though. I need to let this lot continue and get me some more seeds. I need quite a bit of them. Now, before I do anything else, I do need a lot of copper. I did build some of this stuff in this village out of copper, and when putting them into the resource calculator, it says I need 1,476 raw copper. Now, I know I can get a lot of copper from this, but I also know that I can get a lot of the blocks that I've put in this build from the trial chamber that we have found. And not only that, I will get a lot of the tough blocks that I'm going to be using as well. So what we're going to do right now is go and take on the trial chamber, try and get it all secure and then rip it out and see what kind of spawners we have in there. But first I need to go find bones. I think I've left them in the nether by accident. Let's do this. So I have no idea where this is going to bring me out, but I do know I need a lot of these blocks. I have a load of concrete on me just so that I can try and block the line of sight of the spawners. So far so good. Don't see any spawners just yet. Right, we're good. We've got so much copper in that here, and some of these bulbs that I'm going to need as well. And this is all waxed as well. I do have a texture pack on that shows me what ones are waxed and which ones aren't. Alright, so far so good. What we've got in here? Oh, some honeycomb. That's good. Right, we've got a spawner over there. Don't know what the range is though. Some more chests. Try okay. I will take that. That spawner is an issue because I don't know what the distance is for that to spawn in. And I don't want it to spawn in on me. So I'll try and navigate my way around it. And then I'll try and block it off while we get around there. Okay, so far so good. Wait, is there another one around here? Oh, there is. Oh, there's another one there. That might be one up there as well. Yeah, that's bone blocks. Oh, that's not good. Right, so we have this one here. We have one here, which I've kind of semi-blocked off. My issue is, because it is line of sight, it makes it a bit harder to try and block all this off. Thought I'd just blown my cover there, but I didn't. It's kind of blocked off. Okay, I've blocked it off as best I can. I forgot about that one. Right, so that's one side done. Now I have these other ones to get done. Right, now my issue now is that one that's up above it is going to make this a lot harder. Ooh, that's a key though. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get up there. There's another one right there. Right, so have I got 1, 2, 3, 5 spawners in one area? Yes. Well, that's going to be really, really not fun. Right, that's all the spawners that I know of so far. They're all blocked off now, so I can work in this place relatively with ease now. I also have 2 trial keys, which is awesome. But we've got this one here, which I'm guessing is a skeleton. This one I don't know. This one, sandstone, I can't remember what that is, but this is bone and this is bone, so that's another 2 skeletons. So we've got at least 3 skeletons here. But let's go and raid this place, see what else we can get in these pots and stuff. Tidy that one up a wee bit more. I don't even know if there's anything down below. That might be one right in the middle there. No. Oh, good, we're good. Ooh, some emeralds. Think that's where we just were. Oh, that was it. That was one of the trial key things. Oh, my heart sank there. My heart sank to my feet. Got all this tuff though and all the copper. Ooh, some ender pearls. Nice. I'm going to throw these in here because I don't need them. Right, so where was the trial spawner thing? Oh, don't tell me there's something up there. Right, I can see a spawner right there. Nothing else. Can I go up here? I can. But I might accidentally activate that spawner. This is what I heard. So this is the bigger one. This won't take these trial keys. That's the ominous trial key I need for that one. I nearly done a big booby there, but that's a trust. That's what I need right there. But there is a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, stuff will spawn in here. Let me head back to this room then. And I am going to take apart this room. So a lot of the stuff that I need is in here. So we'll disintegrate in here and then we'll work our way around if we need extra. I cleared out quite a bit of this, but I think I've got a much more than I am going to need for a long while. So we'll leave it there and we'll head back up and get more of this stuff sorted because I have got a lot of stuff to collect. So I was very confused. I remember getting a whole load of tough blocks and sending them up this water chute. And I was just back up. I'd been searching for them. I couldn't find them, and I was searching for them. And I was wondering where they were. So I did a bit of cheaty cam, and I had I couldn't see anything. And then I went down further. I think it's this one. Yes, there's a boat in my water stream, and I have absolutely no idea how it got there. So I may have just lost all of the stuff that I sent up there. I've sent up a lot more stuff beforehand. So because of that boat, a lot of the stuff that I have been mining have been going missing. So thankfully, I've just figured out what that was. So I will say, don't put boats in your dispensers. I have everything in these chests for this build, and it is a huge amount of stuff. Now, I do need to transform all these into other items that are going to go into the build, but this is the raw materials that we need, basically. Let me get through turning all this into what it needs to be turned into. Alright, I've got pretty much all of this in now. I've got most of the, well actually, I've got all of the houses in, and I am just loving, oh, forgot about that. But yeah, just look at this. This is just looking so ramshambled and mismatched that I am loving it. Like I said, it's supposed to be a build where farmers and things like that, like not military people, have come in and just built things to watch over the ancient city from this side. And yeah, I just think it looks so nice. It's just so messy, and I'm enjoying it. And I've loved like using all like the pale woods and stuff like that, and different kind of textures. But now I need to get all the foliage in. I've got a lot of foliage to do, and I also need to fix this hole because that shouldn't be in there, and I don't know why it is. But yeah, this here is the tower that I was talking about that's going to store all of the seed drops from here. Do they not? I take it they dig up the grass when they're searching for seeds, because this hasn't grown in at all. Very weird. But yeah, I've got a lot of foliage to get in now, so let's get going. And would you just look at that? This is amazing. You can just see me off in the distance there. But yeah, this looks so, so good. Now, there is a few issues regarding light and things like that some of the crops that I put down have they've kind of lost their crop in them. I don't know why that is. I know that light levels can be a bit dodgy, but I didn't think it would break. But a lot of the other ones have kept. We'll just leave them like that, looking a bit nicer, as if someone is supposed to be coming in and filling them in. But yeah, we are done. It is amazing. I do know that I have a few things that I need to get sorted, like this big hole here. Still not fill that in. But yeah, I'm ready to get villagers in now. I'm more ready to get the areas designed for villagers going in and then getting them all in. Now, I do need roughly up to 100 villagers for this build. The reason for that is because I want every single kind of coloured terracotta that you can get from masons. So there's about 16 needed for that. I need up to 20 librarians. That just depends on how bad of trades we get. We might get lucky and get a couple of books that we need in one villager, so that will bring that down. I want as many clerics as I can to give redstone. Very cheap. But then my emerald producing villagers, the leather worker and the butcher, I need at least 10 of each of them to get the best kind of trades. Now, I, being a smart cookie that I am sometimes, decided to add a nether portal in this village. And in here, if we jump in, I've added a trap for any piglins or zombie piglins that come in. We come out here, which is just below the nether roof, and I just need to come all the way down here, along here, and it pops me out at my farm. Now, I went and AFK'd a wee bit to get some raw pork chops on the go so that we have a massive amount of resources available for when we actually need to go start trading. And I was only here like an hour, and it's already full and overflowing for raw pork chops. And I've barely even filled up the leather, and this goes all the way back. Now, I would love to have some shulker boxes to pull all this back with us, but I don't. But yeah, that's just the start of it. I now need to go and find a nether fortress, because like I said, I want as many clerics as possible, and clerics, they need blaze rods for their brewing stands. I also need blaze rods and nether wart to get the potions so that we can zombify and purify these villagers to get the best trades possible. So yeah, I need to go do that now and get a few blaze rods. I think it's something like 22 blaze rods. So that's going to be fun. So one thing I am going to really need for these villagers is golden apples. If I'm wanting about 100 villagers, I need about 800 gold ingots. So it's time to go mining. So I've been at that gold mining for about 3 or 4 hours now, and I have only got about 3 stacks of gold. I need over 12 stacks of that gold, and it's just going to take too long. So I have an idea of using the nether again. So I'm going to use a farm from ENXO4, which is a simple gold farm, which is simple to set up and will work in the short term because I need a lot of gold. Like I said, I need like 100 villagers. 100 golden apples are going to be needed. So I may as well do it the easy way. Alright, I've got all the gold now. I have got a stack and 25 blocks of gold, which should be pretty much enough to cover all of the golden apples. I already have some back at home, and I've got a few extra ingots as well. But this thing has been absolutely amazing. It has got me up to so many levels that I was able to get back, upgrade my smite sword to smite 5 with looting 3, which helped me take care of those guys a lot faster. And I done it in about the same amount of time as I was doing with digging. So yes, this is another amazing farm to get. If you want me to show you how to actually build it, just let me know in the comments below, and it'll be similar to the iron farm that I put up. But anyway, let's head back to the villagers and get them sorted. I'm going to start with the butchers and the leather workers so that I can get so many emeralds in. And then after that, is getting my mending librarian. And we are done. Look at this place. This is nuts. I am loving it. I have got all of my villagers in now, and that has been like one of the hardest parts of all this. So it took me about 2 IRL days to get every single villager that I want and all the trades that I want, and now they are all safely tucked away in different houses. So we'll start off here. I've got this house here, which has got our kind of toolsmiths, armourers, and all that in it. So we've got this weaponsmith here, which has got a sword and an axe for quite cheap, which is awesome. This is a hard to get toolsmith, and it gives us every single one of the tools in the game. So I don't need to waste diamonds anymore to craft these. I just need at least 1 emerald, which is absolutely amazing. And then we've got all of the armour sitting here as well, which is amazing. And if we go down below to this house here, we can walk right in and we've got all our librarians. Now, this isn't all of the librarians we could get in the game, but it is pretty much most of the ones that I use. So I've got mending, I've got unbreaking, I've got efficiency. Most of them have got a glass lantern name tag trade. A few of them have got clocks and compasses as well, and bookshelves all sort of highlighted for me. But I've got quite a number of librarians in here that I will use when I am enchanting my tools. Now, I did see the other day someone saying that they gave up using mending just because it made the game feel a bit too easy, and I might follow suit with that. I don't know. I might look into it a bit more. I've got all of these clerics which sell me redstone dust, lapis, glowstone blocks, and the ender pearls, and the bottles of enchanting as well. All fairly cheap and all amazingly easy to get once I have got loads and loads of emeralds available to me. Come down to this one right on the water's edge here, which I thought was actually quite fitting. I've got all my fishermen. I'm missing one. I don't know what happened to them, but these have got all my campfire trades, which I can come in and grab and just get a whole load of them. Every single one has a campfire trade because I will probably use all these just for campfires themselves, which just makes it really easy to get them instead of having to try and craft them all. Inside here, we have got our cartographers. Now, these are all just for my map, so I don't have to go and craft maps when I'm mapping the world. And this one right here, this is my stone cutters. Every single stone cutter in here has at least one of the terracottas that I need. So I've got white and grey. It was at white and grey, white and cyan in this one. I've got light blue. I've got green and blue. I've got white again. I've got magenta and white, got pink and yellow, and black. And they've also got the brick trades, and they've got either dripstone, they've got any of the polished versions of diorite, andesite, or granite, and also the blocks of quartz and the quartz pillar trades as well. And these all are 1 emerald, which is really, really good. But the main part of all of this is actually how I get my emeralds, and that is in here. So if I come in here, I have got a load of butchers and a load of leather workers, and in these chests here I have got lots of things like pork chops and leather. Now if I do a ring of all of these trades, I can do 5 stacks of raw pork chops and get 2.5 stacks of emeralds. And if I do 2.5 stacks of leather, I get another 2.5 stacks of emeralds. So in total, I get 5 stacks of emeralds. Now, for me to get this much stuff, I need my Hoglin farm. Now, every single Hoglin that falls in that farm can give me 2 pork chops minimum. Now, it's a 50% chance whether they drop leather, and if that is, it's a chance of either 0 drop or 1 drop. But for me to get 5 stacks of the raw pork chops, I need 160 Hoglins to go through. And that gives me like 80 leather every single time, on average. So I'm getting quite a lot of pork chops and leather coming through every single hour. That farm does about 6,000 raw pork chops an hour. So yeah, I have got more emeralds than I will ever need just from the farm. But yeah, I kind of really need to tidy up a lot of stuff now and then get started on my next kind of adventure in this world. But until then, I have got a lot of books over here that I want to get onto, some of my tools and things like that. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We're on day 501 now. That's kind of awesome.